India Today now gets you the latest in the NIA and Enforcement Directorate investigations in the role of this radical Islamist organization, the Popular Front of India, in fomenting trouble and terror in India. The National Investigation Agency, we are told, has carried out raids at 93 locations across 15 states. Now, these raids have been carried out in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Delhi, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Goa, West Bengal, Bihar and Manipur. Now, this will give you an idea of the spread of this dangerous ideology and the activities of a radical Islamist organization. Search and seizure operations have been carried out at homes and offices of top PFI leaders, and 5 fresh cases have been registered this evening. The investigating agency in a statement has said they found evidence of involvement of PFI leaders and cadre in not just funding terrorism but violent crime activities. PFI was organizing terror training camps, providing armed training to radical Islamists. The aim was to radicalize youth. These camps were organized to train radicalized youth to carry out violent terror activities. But even as agencies carry out their investigation, the PFI and top sources are telling India Today has a plan B. What is PFI's plan B? I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Arvind Ojha for more on this. Arvind, पहला प्रश्न, क्या इस कट्टर इस्लामिक संगठन पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया पर प्रतिबंध लगेगा, बैन किया जाएगा? और अगर बैन लगता है, उसका ऑलरेडी प्लान बी इस संगठन ने तैयार किया है, डिटेल्स बताइए।
देखिए करो, सबसे पहले बताऊं, जिस तरीके से आज मेगा एक रेड पड़ी है एक सेंट्रल एजेंसी की, एनआईए की, और जिस तरीके से राष्ट्रीय जांच एजेंसी ने ब्रीफ किया है, जो ब्रीफिंग की है, उससे तो कम पता चलता है कि बैन की तरफ आगे बढ़ रही है सरकार और एजेंसी। हालांकि अभी ये जल्दबाजी होगी, अभी तक कोई आधिकारिक इस बात की घोषणा नहीं हुई है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से आज एनआईए ने देश भर में रेड की है, मल्टीपल जगह पर रेड की है, इंडिया टुडे को सेंट्रल एजेंसीज के सोर्सेज के हवाले से जो जानकारी मिली है वो ये कि पीएफआई की टॉप लीडरशिप को की भनक लग चुकी है पहले से ही। जिस तरीके से उनके टेरर केसेस में नाम आ रहे हैं कि उन पर बैन लग सकता है, यानी पीएफआई को सरकार बैन कर सकती है। इसलिए उन्होंने प्लान बी तैयार किया हुआ है। प्लान बी में क्या है? छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नए नए नाम से पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ने ऑलरेडी बना लिए हैं और वो फंक्शन कर रहे हैं। इसमें कुछ नाम इंडिया टुडे को जानकारी जो मिली है उसमें है नेशनल वुमेन फ्रंट, ऑल इंडिया इमाम काउंसिल, उसके अलावा ऑल इंडिया लीगल काउंसिल। इस तरीके के कई संगठन हैं, रिहैब फाउंडेशन, इस तरह के कई छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो ऑलरेडी फंक्शन में है। तो प्लान भी यही है कि अगर पीएफआई को सरकार बैन कर देती है तो ये जो छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, नए नाम से जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है,
इस बड़ी खबर पर आप निरंतर नजर बनाए रखिए, एंड दिस विल गिव यू एन इंडिकेशन how this radical Islamist organization is already a step ahead of the agencies. There are multiple organizations that are already floating. So even if PFI is banned, its cadre will just split into whether it is a political organization or the Imam Council of India or a Rehab Council and several other organizations. They will continue to operate. Keep an eye on that story. I will come back to you for more. Arvind Ojha, for the moment, many thanks. The National Investigation Agency and the Enforcement Directorate have claimed PFI cadre were involved in violent crimes, including chopping the hands of a university professor in Kerala. This, of course, happened in 2010, and also collected explosives to target prominent leaders. The NIA and the Enforcement Directorate have recovered cash, sharp-edged weapons and digital devices in these raids across 93 locations in 15 states. The information we have is so far 45 people have been taken into custody.
India's biggest terror cleanup. A super secret, well-coordinated pan-India swoop. A crackdown against radical PFI in a never-before-seen scale. Spearheaded by NIA and aided by ED, agencies launched post-midnight raids in over 13 states, arresting over 100 PFI operatives, including the Islamist group's chairman, executive member and Delhi unit chief, seizing dozens of mobiles and laptops. The sweeping raids came after the probe revealed PFI hand in multiple radicalization plots, including the hijab and CAA stirs, Patna and Nizamabad terror plots, and killing of Karnataka BJP leader Praveen Nettaru.
A place which is the residence of office bearer of PFI, Sheikh Mukhtar, is under scanner now, and we can show you that particular place, that particular building which is located in Tiljora is the particular office of PFI.
Massive raids underway across various locations here in Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. We're here at one of the locations of the Popular Front of India. Here in Hyderabad at the Chandrayaan Gutta PFI office, as you can see, a seal has been set in place. This after NIA officials who had come here and searched the place had collected various evidences.
The Popular Front of India workers are taking out a protest march in Thiruvananthapuram on the highway at Injikil. You can see in the visuals a lot of workers from the PFI have gathered here. They've completely covered the road here and blocked a lot of vehicles.
The Islamist group resorted to street protests, calling the raids an RSS-backed conspiracy and promised to intensify the agitation.
Into this as a shame to the state government. State government should take severe action against these agencies, and they should not allow any further actions like this.
ഇതേ രാജ്യത്ത് ആർഎസ്എസിനും അവരെ നിയന്ത്രിക്കുന്ന ഭരണകൂടത്തിനുമെതിരെ ഉയർന്നു വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ജനാധിപത്യപരമായ ജനകീയമായ പ്രക്ഷോഭങ്ങളെ അടിച്ചൊതുക്കുന്നതിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടാണ് ഈ നടപടി.
NIA personnel in the raids were secured by over 1,000 cops and Central Forces personnel, even as Amit Shah-led Union Home Ministry kept close watch. Bureau Report, India Today.
There is now massive politics that's erupted over the nationwide NIA crackdown on PFI. BJP, of course, labeled the PFI as a radical organization. It hasn't been banned just as yet. The opposition has questioned the timing of these raids, with several saying this is an attempt to divert attention from pressing issues of the day, whether it's jobs, employment, inflation. Some even saying that Rahul Gandhi's rally is so successful that the government wants to keep the spotlight away from it. We bring you this report.
Across 10 states, Operation Midnight kicked off at 1 a.m. Over 200 NIA officials involved in this massive pan-India operation, with over 100 PFI activists and leaders being arrested. This unprecedented crackdown on the Popular Front of India has prompted a mega political showdown, with the BJP defending the action against the PFI. The opposition raised a number of questions to the government, not just over the timing of the raids, but also referring to it as a distraction tactic.
देखिए, कहीं अपराध हो, उसका कोई इनपुट हो, तो उसकी जानकारी सार्वजनिक करनी चाहिए. सरकार महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, राहुल गांधी की यात्रा के दबाव में, तो वो मुख्य मुद्दों से ध्यान हटाने के लिए तमाम ऐसी गतिविधियां कर रही है.
मोदी सरकार पीएफआई को एक राजनीतिक टूल के रूप में उपयोग करना चाहता है. कानून अपना काम करे, पर ये सारी अगर इश्यूज हैं तो मोदी सरकार इसको बैन करने की पहल क्यों नहीं उठा पाया 8 साल में? उस सवाल में ही सारे उत्तर सम्मिलित है।
The left too questioned what was the motive for the raids to be held against the PFI across the country.
Let government come forward to share the facts and truth with the people. Then only one can speak on that issue.
The BJP meanwhile defended the crackdown, calling the PFI a terror outfit.
आज एक आतंकवादी संगठन है जो भारत विरोधी काम करता है। पूर्णिया को उसने अपना सेंटर बनाया है और ये संरक्षण के कारण यहाँ फलता फूलता है और 13 राज्यों में फुलवारी शरीफ में जो कागजात मिले उसमें 13 राज्यों से जुड़े हुए रहे।
देश का नाम लेकर मतलब यहाँ आतंकवाद को फैलाने की कोशिश अगर होती है तो जरूर उस पर एक्शन लेने की आवश्यकता होती है।
The government too has maintained that when it comes to national security, all steps will be taken by our agencies.
It is a legal course being taken for the sake of country's security, and no one shall be spared against whom evidence will be there.
But the BJP so far hasn't taken any punitive action against PFI. Several states like UP, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, states in which the PFI has been accused of spreading violence, have all sought a ban previously. But so far, no such action has been taken. While the government has justified the raids against PFI, questions loom on why the BJP hasn't banned the outfit so far.
Go back, go back!
Despite several leaders of the party referring to the group as a terror outfit. Bureau Report, India Today.
So is it now time to ban this radical Islamist outfit, and not just the Popular Front of India but also its affiliates? Joining me on India First is Yasmin Farooqi, General Secretary of the SDPI, considered the political wing of the PFI. Rajat Sethi is an author and political analyst. Dr. Vikram Singh is former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police, who's tracked this organization closely. But I want to begin by asking Yasmin Farooqi, 93 locations raided across 15 states. Agencies claim there is evidence PFI leaders and cadre were involved in funding terror and violent crimes. Why should this organization not be banned, ma'am?
सर, पहला जवाब तो मेरा ये है कि आपने बिना किसी सबूत के एसडीपीआई को पीएफआई का एक हिस्सा मान लिया।
मैंने
पूछा को मैं नकारती हूँ।
मैंने पूछा क्या ये उसका पॉलिटिकल विंग है, ये मेरा प्रश्न था।
तो मैं नकारती हूँ, मैं उसे चलिए मैं आपको जवाब दे रही हूँ। मैं नकारती हूँ उस चीज से कि ऐसा कोई नहीं है बात जो आपने फरमाया। सेकंड बात ये है कि आप शुरू से अगर देखेंगे तो हिंदुस्तान में, हमारे भारत में मुद्दा क्या है? तलाक से लेके, तलाक से शुरुआत कर लिए, तलाक, हिजाब, शादी, मदरसा, मंदिर, मस्जिद, कोई बेसिक मुद्दा तो गवर्नमेंट के पास है नहीं जिस पे वो बात कर सकें और जनता का ध्यान बटा सकें। उनको लोगों का ध्यान बटाने के लिए कोई ना कोई चीज चाहिए। जहां तक आप पीएफआई की बात कर रहे हैं, देखिए कह देना बहुत आसान है कि उसके पास फंडिंग आ रही है। जैसा मैंने अभी सुना न्यूज में 2007 से पीएफआई चल रही है, क्योंकि मैं बराबर चैनल्स पे बात चल रही है मेरी। आप आज तक क्या सो रहे थे? 15 साल तक आप सो रहे थे, आपकी गवर्नमेंट सो रही थी। एकदम अचानक आपको नींद में से किसी ने झंझोड़ दिया या इंजेक्शन लगा दिया या कुछ एकदम कान में आके कह दिया कि एक साथ सब पे हमला कर दो। देखिए आज हम उमर खालिद को 2 साल से देख रहे हैं, अभी तक कुछ सबूत नहीं मिल पाया है, कोई अभी तक उस पे एलिगेशन भी नहीं। सफूरा को देख रहे हैं। मैं सिर्फ एक बात कहना चाहती हूँ, अगर पीएफआई रॉन्ग है तो साबित करो। कहने से नहीं होता है कि उसकी फंडिंग है,
आपने उठाया और रजत सेठी हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं। रजत सेठी, you must respond to this criticism. If this is an organization that's been involved in activities the way the government claims, including chopping off a Malayalam professor's hands in 2010. Why has this organization not been banned so far? If it was involved in anti-national activities from anti-CAA protests to riots in Delhi and Uttar Pradesh and elsewhere, sir.
Well, Gaurav, I'm not the spokesperson of the NIA or the Home Ministry, so I'll at least analyze the issue as to what has went wrong.
Of course, sir.
I was the advisor to the Manipur CM, and I saw some of the nefarious activities of the PFI. What your viewers need to understand is how this organization operates. It's a pretty interesting case. A case study should be made on this. We all know about CIMI, and once the CIMI was banned by the Home Ministry, there were 6 affiliate small organizations which immediately mushroomed, and all the leadership of CIMI gravitated towards those organizations. They coalesced together at a point in time, and around 2007 we saw PFI take birth. Essentially, you know, this PFI remains a special purpose vehicle of sorts to mobilize funds in the name of certain smoke screen created around charity, but in the backdrop use that fund to have cadres spread across the country, in every state have their own local chapters, and fuel unrest in the whole country. That has been the modus operandi. A lot of people have been caught, but because of lack of direct connection between the PFI organization and those individuals who've been caught, it becomes a difficult task over time. And a lot of state governments, I can pinpoint Karnataka, for instance. Karnataka is one hub of PFI. When Siddaramaia's government was in place, they quashed 175 FIRs which were launched against PFI. Why did the Congress do? Just they went on to play their classic appeasement card, and they went ahead.
Let me bring in Dr. Vikram Singh.
There has been no serious investigation into cases which have been filed where the bulk of the cases were.
Sir, but your government has been in power, or the BJP government has been in power, if I may, since 2014. Now it's 8 years, long enough to crack down on an organization that the NIA describes as detrimental to India's security. Dr. Vikram Singh, as a former top cop, your appreciation of the action taken so far by the ED and the NIA, and the fact that we are told that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, he was monitoring it, the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval was monitoring it, we are told IB chief, various agency chiefs were all there. Now, is this concerted action, or there are many who say, where is the evidence? These are only claims. Why no conviction?
Gaurav ji, let me tell you that this action has come out after no fewer than at least 3 or 4 months of application of mine, painstaking collection of evidence, and that has happened in more than 15 states in almost 100 locations. Goes to show the tremendous amount of homework that has been done, electronic intelligence as also field intelligence. And all the sister agencies pooled in their resources. Of course, it is difficult to find a single party charged who would say, yes, I am guilty. No. To the contrary, they are insidious accused, and who will always say, we are being framed, it is vendetta, and they will come out in agitation in a brazen manner. I wonder what they have done, because this was long overdue. Well, in any case, better late than never.
You're saying it's better late than never? Yasmin Farooqi ji.
Yes, it is.
Yasmin Farooqi ji. PFI का नाम ऐसे ही तो नहीं आ गया. बहुत समय से सबूत जुटाए जा रहे हैं, अब कार्रवाई हो रही है और देश भर में कार्रवाई हो रही है. ऐसी परिस्थिति में NIA के खिलाफ नारेबाजी, देश के अलग अलग हिस्सों में सड़कों को जाम कर देना, यही तो वो जो फुलवारी शरीफ का मॉड्यूल है, आतंक का मॉड्यूल, कि भारत को इस्लामिक स्टेट बनाना है 2047 तक, उसमें यही सब तो लिखा है कि अलग अलग हिस्सों में अपना शक्ति प्रदर्शन करो, कोई एक मुद्दा उठा लो, अपनी शक्ति दिखाओ, सरकार को डरा दो, देश को डरा दो. यही तो अब हो रहा है.
गलत बात पे मुद्दा उठाना, एहतजाज करना हर एक का संवैधानिक अधिकार है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने उसे अधिकार दिया है कि गलत चीजों पे हमेशा एहतजाज करो. अगर आप एहतजाज नहीं कर रहे हो तो गलत है. मैं आपसे आज एक सवाल करना चाहती हूं आपके चैनल से कि शिंदे साहब ने एफिडेविट दिया है कि आरएसएस बम बनाना सिखाती है, आरएसएस हमें ये सिखाती है. आज तक कहीं एक भी इंक्वायरी हुई? किसी एक जगह बुलडोजर चला? ये तो बहुत बड़ी बात थी. आप मुझे एक बात बताइए कि किसी भी तरीके से जब तक जुर्म साबित, देखिए दो चीजें होती हैं, उर्दू में एक वर्ड होता है मुल्जिम और एक होता है मुजरिम।
जी।
मुल्जिम का मतलब होता है जिसमें इल्जाम हो, और मुजरिम का मतलब होता है जिसमें जुर्म साबित हो गया।
और इल्जाम जब लग रहे हैं और वो भी इतने संगीन
इल्जाम है,
संगीन
इल्जाम
उस पर सड़कों पर उतर के चक्का जाम कर देना, भारत को इस्लामिक स्टेट बनाने की धमकी देना 2047 तक।
नो, कोई बेवकूफ नहीं, कोई बेवकूफ होगा जो इस तरह की बात सोचेगा कि सेकुलरिज्म को सोच के इस्लामिक राज्य बनाएगा। इससे बड़ा कोई बेवकूफ मुसलमान मुझे नहीं दिखता होगा। मैं तो ऐसा कभी सोच ही नहीं सकती, क्योंकि शायद जो इस्लामी मुल्क होंगे वो ये सोचते होंगे कि हम सेकुलरिज्म की तरफ दौड़ जाएं तो ज्यादा बेहतर है।
लेकिन ये जो मानसिकता,
इस बात को
यही तो मानसिकता बहुत बड़ी चिंता की बात है। आप जिन जिन लोगों के साथ खड़ी हैं या जिन जिन लोगों की पैरवी करती नजर आ रही हैं आज इस ब्रॉडकास्ट में भी, और वो एक अलग विषय है, उनमें से कई लोग इस देश को तोड़ने की बात पब्लिकली कर चुके हैं। लेकिन खैर रजत सेठी, if the PFI is as dangerous as some of these reports make it out to be, why has the organization not been banned yet? UP government sought this action 2 years ago, sir. Respond to the criticism that comes the government's way as an analyst, that the government is using this to keep Muslims in the line of fire. One day it is survey of the Waqf board, one day it's survey of illegal madrasas, and one day it's action on PFI.
Well, if you remember, Jharkhand government was the government which corroborated evidences and moved towards an executive decision of banning the PFI in that state. PFI, took advantage of certain legal norms that Jharkhand government is not the competent authority to go out and do a ban on the PFI, and appealed in the High Court, and out of a technicality it came out of that thing, and this came as a rude shock to the investigating authorities, that they need to plan going about banning PFI in a much more structured way. This is the reason why there is so much amount of homework that has gone in. There have been cases, there have been evidences which have been collected in the process over these past several months. It has been done silently so that none of the evidences are tampered with. Leaders have been identified. It is important to understand that if you do not nab the leaders, these leaders are like floating entities. They'll go out and create another organization, as your report was saying. I think a permanent solution would require that not just the organization are banned, but also every single key leader of this, the masterminds behind making PFI such an elaborate organization, should be nabbed and should be permanently held accountable for this. Without this, it will be a half-hearted approach.
It remains to be seen whether this is actually done. Before I come to Dr. Vikram Singh, okay, there's breaking news coming in, that's coming in from the United States. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has hit out at China over China putting a technical hold on the blacklisting of a terrorist Sajid Mir, and said countries have facilitated this impunity of terrorism that's targeted other countries. Dr. Jaishankar said politics should never ever provide cover to evade accountability nor facilitate impunity. He said, and I quote, "Regrettably, we have seen this of late in this very chamber," and that's the United Nations Security Council, when it comes to sanctioning some of the world's most dreaded terrorists. Remember, China has repeatedly put a hold on Pakistan state-sponsored radical Islamist terror that's targeted India, whether it's Lashkar-e-Taiba or Jaish-e-Mohammed. Sajid Mir, one of the main funders and architects of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Once again, China has put a hold in its designation. So India wanted to designate this Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist Sajid Mir as a global terrorist, but China has come to the aid of an internationally acclaimed or known terrorist state. That's Pakistan. Let's listen in to Dr. Jaishankar.
Politics should never ever provide cover to evade accountability, nor indeed to facilitate impunity. Regrettably, we have seen this of late in this very chamber when it comes to sanctioning of some of the world's most dreaded terrorists. If egregious attacks committed in broad daylight are left unpunished, this Council must reflect on the signals we are sending on impunity.
Showing a mirror to China. That is all I have for you on India First this evening.